Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Luke Rojas. This video is a bit late because I don't know if, I don't know if people are even still talking about this, but I was watching a video and I looked at the YouTube comments and saw something that really pissed me off, and so it kind of made me want to make a video about it. So the Rocky franchise is my favorite movie series of all time. Uh, there just isn't, I think, a movie series that's just as consistently as great as Rocky. Rocky 1 is amazing. Rocky 2 is fantastic, is my favorite. Um, Rocky 3 is great. Rocky 4, it's pretty stupid, but it's fucking awesome. So it's like the most awesome movie ever. Rocky 5 is a little weird for me. It's been a while since I've seen it. I remember not really liking it. And then Rocky 6 or Rocky Balboa is incredible. And the Creed movies, I think, are really great too. But Sylvester Stallone will not be in Creed 3. I think that was announced pretty much since Creed 2 came out. And it really, like, a lot of stuff has come out lately about, Sylvester Stallone apparently is not going to watch Creed. He's not happy with it. And people are saying, like, oh, Sylvester Stallone's just a. I've been seeing this a lot, where it's like people are calling him a bitter old man. He needs to grow up, and oh, he's throwing shade at Michael J. Fox. Wow, I was gonna say Michael J. Fox. I meant Michael B. Jordan. He's throwing shade at Michael B. Jordan, and, like, I don't know. It's just so, like, people are so stupid. Like, the fact is, and I've seen this too, where it's like Creed's his own thing. Creed's his own thing. There would be no Creed without Rocky, and there would be no Rocky without Sylvester Stallone. And now people are calling him a bitter old man who needs to move. Like, oh, doesn't like the fact that the series is moving on without him. It's like there is no series without Rocky. I feel like people just kind of don't understand that he's the crux to it all. The Creed movies are just soft reboots of Rocky. Like, Creed 1 is just a soft reboot of Rocky 1. And Creed 2 is just basically a soft reboot of Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and Rocky 4 all mixed together. So, it's just like it's just so strange for people to just, like, oh yeah, but, like, only a few weeks ago, before all this was happening, Sylvester Stallone was being like, oh yeah, he made an incredible series and I love him. And now you see people going like, oh, bitter old man needs to move on, blah, 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 just jealous of Michael J. Fox. I almost said it again. um but and it's like they also don't understand the situation. If you don't understand the situation, it's Sylvester Stallone will not watch Creed 3 because he was basically not consulted creatively at all. He wasn't consulted creatively at all with Creed 3. And he's not making any money off of it. Which, oh, he's greedy. No, he's not greedy. It's not about rock. Like, imagine making a series, right? And you put all this time and effort and you build this franchise to something that, no sporting movie can ever get to. And it's, it's one of the biggest movie franchises of all time. And it was and Sylvester Stallone did most of that work in terms of the writing process, in terms of actually wanting to get the movies made. I mean, Rocky 6 probably wouldn't have been made because was almost not made because the studio didn't want it. And it all because Sylvester Stallone in the late 70s sold the rights to Rocky to Irwin Winkler and MGM, when the movie was just an independent movie. And hey, if it was just a one-off movie that he did, and it's like, oh well, I mean, I made the movie, now my career is going. I'm going to be able to do bigger and better things. He literally wrote and directed Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4. I think he wrote Rocky 5. He didn't direct it. Wrote and directed Rocky 6. He had a lot to do with Creed 1 and Creed 2. I think he wrote and directed Creed 2, if I'm not mistaken. So it's so baffling. It's just so baffling that he's done all of that for the series, and now they're gonna be able to just make a movie with his characters in his universe that he created, with with all the pre-established nostalgia that was all built on the franchise that he built, that he made. He's not making any money off of it. He's not making money. I mean, maybe he's getting paid something, but it's not the money that it's nowhere near the money he'd be making off of merchandise from, you know, yeah, from just merchandise sales, the money he'd be making off of just the royalties in general. I mean, it's from the box office returns. I mean, it's and it's like it's just so strange because he doesn't even want full control of the Rock, like full ownership. He just wants a percentage of it. He just wants a cut. Because, and don't you think he's earned that after all the money he's made for MGM and Irwin Winkler? I think Sylvester Stallone deserves, more than just a small cut of the pie, because he doesn't. It's not about necessarily the money, like, because to him he's already what, worth $400 million. It's the fact that the legacy of Rocky won't be in his family. All right, because it's going to be in Irwin Winkler's family. It's going to be in MGM's legacy, but it's not going to be his legacy, for his family to be able to take the helm of. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty stoned. It's and like that's kind of insulting, after all this time and that effort that you've put into it. It's your character. I don't care what you say. It's his. Rocky is Sylvester Stallone's, and yet it's not gonna like he's not gonna be able to collect the benefits of that even when he's dead. But some fucking old piece of shit, Irwin Winkler, who I think just fucking sits in a chair and shits in his depends when the movies are made. He's gonna be collecting this. His family's gonna be making money off of what Sylvester Stallone made, all because Sylvester Stallone in the '70s sold the rights to this producer. Rocky literally became more than just a movie. It became a major franchise. And Sylvester Stallone, at least, I don't know, he deserves at least 25% or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. But oh no, it's Sylvester Stallone is the greedy one, not these fucking rich executives who can't even lose a percentage of the money that they're already bringing in millions and millions of dollars because of Sylvester Stallone. All he's asking for is a cut. All he's asking for is a piece, but he's not being given that. And he even said that he would return for Creed 4 if he just doesn't have to work with Irwin Winkler. And because he doesn't have a problem with Michael B. Jordan. It's just the fact that I think as soon as Irwin Winkler dies, he might be more up to going to doing Creed 4 and Creed 5 if those movies ever do happen. I don't see many Creed movies coming out. Like, I think Creed 3 might be the last Creed, because it probably will be a good movie, but the Creed name, I don't know, it's an extension to Rocky. And without Rocky, if he's not in these movies anymore, it's just Creed. And Adonis Creed is a good character, but I just don't know if he's a strong enough character to carry a franchise like Rocky did, because Rocky is such a beloved, well-written character that I don't know, you wanted to see more of what he would do. Now Creed is just like, you've already kind of seen a lot of the tropes that are in Creed with Rocky. And after a while, I feel like it's going to run out of steam, and it's not going to be able to sustain itself as a series. So, hopefully Creed 3 is great and proves me wrong. But apparently Sylvester Stallone is not happy with the script, thinks it's a little too dark. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm going to watch the movie regardless, but I side with Sylvester Stallone in this whole fucking thing that's going on with him and Erwin Winkler in the studio. So yeah, and he's not a bitter old man. Like people are so fucking stupid when they say shit like that. It just doesn't make sense.